is here! The champ is here!
Focus. All right, guys. So I did a quick video on my first impressions the first time around. It wasn't that quick of a video, but it was basically me on my GoPro just kind of showing you around the bike, as if you haven't seen that 1,000 times. But just kind of going over the bikes, showing you what I like, dislike for my first time riding experience. But today's video is a little bit different. Today's video, I actually took it out on a quick spin. Unfortunately, the GoPro died on me midway, but I kind of wanted to give my impressions on how it was riding the bike just in the city. And so I'm going to do that now. We're going to just basically narrate over the short video that I took. So first thing I noticed after about 3 days of riding, I didn't get to ride yesterday because the weather was terrible, and I'm a fair weather rider pretty much 90% of the time. So I didn't take it out yesterday. Took it out today. Wanted to kind of get another feel for the bike. I actually went just around town, doing some spins around town, and wanted to see how the bike felt off the highway versus obviously on the highway. So today was just street roads, lights, whatnot, open roads where you can really crank it out and speed up a little bit. But mainly I've been trying to shy away from just the raw speed of things, simply because I want to learn how to handle my bike better. Once you learn how to handle it, you'll feel more comfortable accelerating above what normal people would probably accelerate at. So not really focused on speeding, but just kind of focused on the feel of the bike. I think it feels pretty good. I still feel like there are, I don't know if it's like vibration issues or if it's just the suspension I have to get used to, but it really does feel like there were some times here on the road that it's not very level. I mean, there's really no level streets here or level roads here in San Antonio, but there's a lot of bumps and stuff like that. And what I noticed was it just felt very, very kind of unstable, feeling like it would kind of drag you to one side or drag you to the other. So I wasn't really sure how much of that was wind, how much of that was just how terrible the roads are, and how the bike follows it. So I don't know if you need a lot more user injection, like to forcefully put yourself back on course. That's what I've been doing. But it is very much different than riding a two-wheel, where you really don't feel that wobble. You don't really feel that much restriction or being held back from like even the wind. You kind of just go and it goes pretty much quick. But now you have three wheels on the ground. I'm just wondering if that type of movement is associated with being a two-wheel front up vehicle, one in the back, turning and all that stuff. I don't know. Maybe it has to do with suspension and I have to get used to it. It doesn't bother me to the point where it's like, oh, this is a deal breaker, but it just bothers me enough because I don't know if I need different suspension, need to tune it, or whatever it is. But one thing that I wish this thing had was very, very stable steering. And that'd be it. I mean, but the acceleration on the bike, the fun factor of the bike is absolutely exhilarating. I don't know if I've had this much fun on a two-wheel in a while, but maybe it's just because it's new. I do kind of wish that the seat had a little more, like the seat could go back a little more to give me that extra bit of room to where if I want to stretch out, I can stretch out a little bit. But I feel like it's barely just too short where I feel like I have to sit up more upright. I'd rather kind of sit back, kind of like my Sportster. I'm so used to sitting back on my Sportster with my hangers, like just sitting back. But now I kind of have to feel like I have to kind of sit up a little bit more. Not a big deal. I'm hoping that maybe in the future that there will be like some custom seat choices and things like that aftermarket. that would actually allow you to extend that seated position a little bit more. That would be pretty cool. But other than that, man, this bike ride's pretty solid. Just wanted to show you how I took it out in a city setting and just kind of blaze the streets. So there are quite a few riders here in San Antonio, Texas, and the surrounding areas from here to Austin. We're trying to set up a group meet. I know Thrill Mouse Moto, I believe, he's in this area, but we do have a Facebook group with a couple guys like Oscar and Shane and stuff like that are trying to meet up, and we're trying to get like a little chapter here started here in San Antonio with all the upcoming riders, spider riders as well. I know a lot of, well, not a lot, but a few people who have spiders that I've seen in this area, in my neighborhood. So just trying to reach out everybody in the area to try to collect together and meet up, meet and greet, and just kind of show a little bit of gratitude and excitement that there's other people riding. And it also makes it better because I know a lot of people are excited about riding, especially if they're new riders. And then one of the biggest hurdles or wall blocks is when you start, once you get your bike, it seems very kind of intimidating sometimes. It may feel kind of intimidating to go out by yourself, because when you're riding with a group or a couple of friends, it always feels much more fun and enjoyable to ride. Also, you feel like you kind of have that security as far as somebody being able to watch your six, and then you being able to watch somebody else's six, and everybody just kind of has eyes out in a defensive manner to kind of let each other know, like, slow down, you know, turn, slow down, something like that. Whereas when you're by yourself, sometimes it could be a little intimidating. You might feel like, well, I don't really have anywhere to ride, so I'm just gonna stay in today, and things like that. And then you get to a point where you will be afraid to ride by yourself. And there's a lot of people like that who are afraid to ride by themselves, and meeting up with people makes it a little bit easier. So yeah, encouraging everybody else to come out. We'll, you know, get on the Facebook group. I think I have to figure out what it's called, but I'll put it in the description below. And yeah, man, excited about modding this damn bike up. Excited about some things I want to do to it already. There were certain things that I wanted to do, as far as, like, I'm gonna do the exhaust. I'm still leaning pretty much 90% sure that I want to get the Trill exhaust. The cold air intake, I'm not really sure if I'm sold on it yet, because I'm really not a fan of the asymmetrical look. It doesn't seem, I don't like that from the front of the Ryker you'll see this cold air intake can coming out, and then on the right side it's absolutely stock. It just looks weird to me. I wish, and I'm hoping that somebody fabricates something to where you can have a cold air intake for the right side of the bike. But yeah, I think if they found something that would make it more symmetrical, I would jump on it. But yeah, so I'm not really sure. I'm probably going to do the airbox mod with the K&N filter on the original intake, simply because I like the symmetrical look. And so I'll probably stick with that. Not 100% sure. I still may do that. I still may do the mod. If anything, I'll probably try the airbox mod, try it out for a little bit. If I like it, keep it. If I don't, then I'll just take it all out and put in a cold air intake. But yeah, definitely Trill exhaust, 90% sure I'm gonna get that. And really, honestly, what I want to work on is, like, literally the suspension. I want it more stable, more beefier, like it doesn't feel like you're just like throwing you from side to side, things of that nature. And probably looking to get in some kind of windshield, like small one or something. I really don't like the looks of the windshield, but I don't know. Gotta try to find something to make the bike more stable when riding crappy streets and windy conditions. But that's about it. You can look forward to more riding videos. Obviously, you can look forward to more mod videos when I have the necessary time and funds. I'm really, really busy running a business. I'm busy working from home most of the time. So sometimes I find myself with a lot of time on my hands. So I think I'm gonna do the airbox mod for sure. I'm gonna go buy like an oscillating saw from Home Depot or something and get the chopping. I love modding stuff. I've had my motorcycles over the years. No stranger to modifying them. That's why immediately when I got this thing, I knew what sort of stuff I wanted to do. I mean, yeah, it's fun. It's very, very fun, very, very addicting. And I'm glad I got into this Ryker, man. The Spider was pretty dope, but for me, when I sat on the Spider, it felt like I was sitting on a huge tank. And it felt like I was sitting on it. Whereas with the Ryker, I kind of feel like I'm sitting in it. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like I'm more one with the bike than versus the Spider, where I kind of feel like I'm just sitting on this big behemoth. And I immediately knew when I jumped on the Spider, I kind of felt like this doesn't really feel like the bar hopper slash bobber kind of vehicle where I can whip it around town and kind of have fun. It kind of just felt like, all right, this thing, I can drive back and forth to like Houston on it with no problem. And if I have the room and I had the time, I would definitely buy one specifically for that. But the wife has already ridden it and she wants this damn thing. She wants one, or she likes to ride it. So I think at some point this year, maybe, I might try to fit one in there to get her one. It's kind of surprise her with it. But yeah, she'll have to go get her motorcycle's license, but she'll have fun. So yeah, long video, thought it was gonna be short. Anyways, if you liked the video, make sure you thumbs up, follow me, subscribe, because there will be more videos coming soon. Also, if you like my other videos, tech, all that other stuff, gaming, make sure you check out those playlists as well. But welcome to the community. So proud to be a part of it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.